Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Guys, in today's video, I'm going to share with you the internet's top 5 most hated fragrances. I did this poll months ago, maybe over the summer. Never got a chance to do the video. I'm getting around to it now. Better late than never. Now, do I have these fragrances in my collection? Do I have one or two or none at all? So if you want to know what's the most hated on fragrances in the fragrance community by the internet, then please continue to watch. Guys, before we get started with the video, please make sure you like this video, thumbs it up so YouTube knows you love my content, leave me a comment down below so we can get to know each other, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Okay guys, so like I said, months ago I did a poll asking my Instagram followers what is their most hated fragrance. I think I asked them and why, but we're not going to get into the why today. We're going to get into the fragrances that they hate. And what I did was I tallied up the votes or I tallied up the mentions, and the fragrance with the most mention is the #1 hated on fragrance. Now, when I got the results, y'all, I was like, who's following me? And why y'all following me? Because these are fragrances that I absolutely love. Either I have them, don't have them, but I've had them in the past. So I'm like, I thought we had a little thing going. I thought we had a lot in common. But from this list, I'm like, I don't know. But they following your girl and they gave their results, and it is what it is. If this happens to be, or if any of these fragrances happen to be your favorite fragrance, please don't take any offense to it. This is just other people's opinions. It is what it is. Child, listen, I came out with 2 fragrances, Ambrosia and Amorous, and you have a group of people that absolutely love them, and then you're gonna have some people that absolutely hate them. It is what it is. I don't take anything personal, so I'm just saying for you guys, don't take it personal if they don't like your favorite fragrance, okay? So the first fragrance on the list, I had this fragrance. I used to love it, and then I kind of like fell out of love with it, and I started to like it. And then I just stopped wearing it. But that fragrance is by Carolina Herrera, and it is Good Girl. There was a time in my life when those shoes were so cute to me. Then all of a sudden, like, they started to get tacky looking to me. I wanted to collect all the shoes. I believe I told you guys that. I was like, I want the red shoe, I want the pink shoe, I want the black shoe, I want the gold shoe. Any shoe they come out with, I want it. Because I was just like, the bottle is so cute to me. But y'all, I'm getting older. Maybe, I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, I'm not interested in the Good Girls. I do still have one Good Girl, and I want to say it's Good Girl Blush. And I definitely love how that smells. And I don't have the big shoe. I have the really small one. When that's done, it is what it is. But when I smelled it in Ulta, I was like, oh, this is really pretty. And I want to say I smelled it over the summer, like it was in season, so I purchased it. Like I said, I got the small bottle. But y'all, the girls are not loving Good Girl, the original. So that is one of the most hated fragrances, and I knew that was going to be on the list, because whenever people talk about Good Girl, you have the girls who absolutely love it, and then the girls who absolutely hate it. I've seen videos of people saying that that fragrance smells trashy. I'm not going to say it smells trashy or anything like that, because I used to love it. But it's a lot going on with that fragrance, y'all. Child, that fragrance has like caramel and praline. It has tonka bean. It has patchouli. It has musk. It has almonds. There is a whole lot of notes listed in that fragrance. And it smells like there's a lot going on with it. Like, I can never understand it. Even when I was wearing it and loving it, it was one of those fragrances that I would spray it and I knew I smelled good, but I couldn't understand what I was smelling like. Like, you know how sometimes you put on a floral fragrance and you know you smell floral and pretty, and then you put on a gourmand fragrance and you smell yummy and edible, and then you put on like a woody fragrance and it's deep and sexy. I couldn't figure out what that fragrance was. I didn't know what category to put it in. Even doing videos, I never understood or knew where should I put this fragrance. So I stopped wearing it, and then I ended up decluttering it. So Good Girl by Carolina Herrera, the #5 spot of the most hated fragrances by the internet. Okay, y'all, so in the #4 spot of most hated fragrances. I recently decluttered this fragrance. I've had this fragrance for years. Not that particular one that I decluttered, but I've had that fragrance. Like, I've had multiple bottles of that fragrance. It was one of my favorite fragrances. I mean, you couldn't tell me anything. I used to wear that fragrance to work when I worked in the film industry, and I used to get tons of compliments from everybody, okay? Men, women, people loved that fragrance on me. And I love how it smells. To this day, I don't dislike it. I just did it too much. I overdid it, and it is what it is. And that fragrance is by YSL, and it's Black Opium, the original version. So I have the Le Parfum, and you guys already know I'm obsessed with that scent. I will be buying multiple bottles of that because I always want to have that. Right now, I don't know how I'm going to feel like years from now, but right now I'm obsessed with that scent, especially in the fall and winter. It is a vanilla bomb. If you love vanilla, you will love it. I feel like the more I smell it, the less I smell the original Black Opium DNA. But y'all, the girls hate Black Opium. And I'm like, I don't know what it is because it smells so good to me. Like I said, I decluttered it because I'm just like, I'm over it. Like, I have so many fragrances that I want to wear in place of it. I've had that fragrance for years. I've been wearing it. I've had memories with it. I've been there, done that. I don't need it forever. It doesn't have to be a for life fragrance for me. But the girls are like, the coffee smells cheap and this, that. Like, they were going in on that fragrance. And I'm just like, damn, like, it does smell good to me. Like, I think it smells good. I think it's a sexy fragrance. My man loves it on me. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, they do not like Black Opium, the original version. But I feel like the girls love the Le Parfum, and also the new one with the cherry. I feel like people love that one a little bit more as well. So Black Opium, number 4. Okay, y'all. So in the number 3 spot, this is another fragrance that I done worn to the ground. I think I had either 3 or 4 bottles. Upon first sniff, smelt it in Sephora, head over heels in love. I fell in love with this fragrance. It smells so good to me. I have a flanker of that fragrance to this day, and I still wear it in the summertime because it is beautiful. It has a coconut note, and I love coconut. And the fragrance in question is by Lancome, and it's La Vie est Belle. Y'all, the girls hate that fragrance. And I'm like, what is it about these fragrances? Like, because they all kind of smell the same, not the same, but they all have like tonka and patchouli and cedar. So maybe it's that combination that you guys don't like. But I just used to love La Vie est Belle, okay? It was super sweet, super dense, super loud and in your face, and like, smell me before you see me. I'm smelling yummy, and it was just so good to me. But I mean, I had to get rid of it. Not get rid of it, but after my 4th bottle, I was over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was over it. I started smelling more things. My collection started to grow. So I didn't have a need for that fragrance anymore. But trust me when I tell you, I used to love that fragrance. Like, you couldn't tell me anything. That fragrance used to bring all the boys to the yard. All right? Like, trust. That fragrance is, the men like her. All right? Like, the men definitely love La Vie est Belle, but the people just don't like that fragrance. So in that fragrance, we have black currant, there's pear, iris, jasmine, praline, tonka, and patchouli. Again, it is the tonka, it is the praline, it's the patchouli, and also jasmine. All the fragrances that I just spoke about that people hate, they all share tonka, jasmine, praline, patchouli. So maybe it's that combination that it's not working anymore for the girls. The girls just are not feeling that combination. So number 3 spot goes to La Vie est Belle by Lancome. All right, y'all, we coming down to the wire. The number 2 spot, another fragrance that I've had and loved and bought multiple bottles of. I had 2 big bottles of that fragrance in my lifetime. Used to wear it to work. Mind you, I worked in the film industry. I worked on set around tons of people, actors, actresses, crew members, and I used to wear that fragrance, and I used to spray the hell out of that fragrance. and it's Alien by Mugler. When I tell you, one day, like in film, I was in wardrobe and I had a set partner. So your set partner sits next to you, and you watch the monitor and you watch the actors or whatever, make sure their wardrobe is good, make sure continuity is right. So we have to be next to each other. Y'all, my set partner literally was choking. Like, he was just like in the middle of us, like shooting and filming. Everything is supposed to be quiet. He literally had to be drinking water, and I was like, damn, I'm sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. But y'all, like, I loved Alien so much. I didn't realize how powerful it was until that day, because I used to always get compliments on that fragrance. People used to always smell me and be like, oh, what are you wearing? You smell so good. But he was just very like overly sensitive to fragrance. So, it just bothered him to no end. So I stopped wearing it to work. The jasmine in that fragrance was so beautiful to me. I want to say that fragrance does it have patchouli? No, it's jasmine and amber, but it's still that jasmine note that's in all the other fragrances that we spoke about. So y'all must not like jasmine. I don't know what it is, but you couldn't tell me nothing with my Alien on, okay? Like, it was very powerful, very beast mode, very grown and sexy, and I loved it. Now, like, no, like, I can't even, like, I don't even want to smell that fragrance, because I done been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? I have so many other fragrances that scent profile is just done to me, but the girls actually hate it. So the number 2 spot goes to Mugler's Alien. Okay, guys, so now we're at the number 1 spot. The number 1 most hated fragrance by the internet. Now, riddle me this. How is this one of the best top selling fragrances, but it's also one of the most hated fragrances? I'm not understanding. Are y'all buying it and hating it at the same time? Like, what is it? But that fragrance, child, is none other than Bakarat Rouge 540. Now, when I got the results, I was like, who's following me? Who are y'all? Like, why? Like, I don't understand how this is like literally one of the best selling fragrances. Like, numbers don't lie. Jay-Z said it best. Men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't. So this is a top selling fragrance, but it's also one of the most hated fragrances. Like, we all know people hate this fragrance. Like, I'll do reels about how I love Bakarat, and I'll get so much hate in the comment section about this fragrance, of how, like, it's just bad. Like, I'm not even gonna run down the hate, but y'all, this smells so good to me. This is a for life fragrance. Like, I always want to smell this juice. It smells so good to me. Is it the best smelling fragrance in the whole entire world? No. But I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be, and that's not why I love it. I just love how it smells. I love how it makes me feel. I love how it can be an easy reach. I can wear this dressed up. I can wear this dressed down. I can wear this to bed. I can wear it to the supermarket. Like, I could just wear it. It doesn't matter. And I get complimented with this fragrance. People always say that everybody and their mama is wearing Bakarat, and I don't want to smell like everybody else. I smelled this fragrance one time on a woman in Catch, NYC. I want to say it was Catch Steak in New York. She was leaving out the bathroom, and I was walking in, and I smelled her Bakarat. She left the Bakarat scent trail, and I was like, oh wow, this is literally my first time smelling Bakarat. That is the only time I've ever smelled this fragrance on someone. Now, I'm not saying people don't wear it, but they're not spraying it like how they should be spraying it, so I'm not smelling them. And even if I was, I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm wearing my Bakarat. Like, it doesn't matter. I love this fragrance, but it's just so baffling to me that it's the number 1 hated fragrance, but it's also the number 1 top selling fragrance. So how does that work, Sway? All right, guys, we made it to the end of the video. Leave it in the comments below and let me know, what is some of your most hated fragrance? And if you happen to hate a fragrance that I created, it is okay. This is a safe space. You can share your opinion as long as you're being respectful about it. So let's talk about it below like we always do. Remember, guys, to stay safe, be great, stay great, and always strive for greatness. AI the Great signing out, but I'll see you in my next video. Peace.